Hi friends, welcome to Data Science and AI Quest. In this post, we would be talking about the concept of how to find statistical median and interquartile ranges and their calculation over a discrete or continuous data. Talking about mean, the arithmetic mean is affected by the presence of extreme values in the data. If someone takes a measure of the central tendency which is based on the middle position of the data, then it is not affected by extreme items. However, median is the positional value of the variable which divides the distribution into equal parts, with one part comprising of all the values greater than or equal to the median value, and the other comprising of all the values less than or equal to it. The median is the middle element where the dataset is arranged in order of the magnitude. The median can be easily computed by sorting the data from smallest to the largest and counting the middle value. Suppose we have a dataset with the observations in the dataset in the following manner. The data items are follows: 5, 7, 6, 1, 8, 10, 12, 4, 3. If we need to find out the median value from the dataset, then we need to arrange the data in the ascending order, and then one can have the arranged data in the following manner. The arranged data is as follows: 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 and 12. Here 6 is the middle data, so the median is taken out to be 6. Half of the scores are larger than 6 and half of the scores are smaller. Let's take another scenario and see how this data behaves for even number of values in a dataset. If there are even numbers in the data, there will be two observations which fall in the middle. The median is computed as an arithmetic mean of the two middle values. So the data set goes like this: 25, 72, 28, 65, 29, 60, 30, 54, 32, 53, 33, 52, 35, 51, 42, 48, 45, 47, 46 and 33. Arranging the data in the ascending order, one can get the following. That is, 25 is the least element with 72 as the highest element, and all the elements, that is after 25, that is 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 35, then 42, then 45, then 47, then 48, then 51, then 52, then 53, then 54, then 60, then 65 and at last 72. So one can see that there are two observations in the middle, that is 45 and 46, which have been obtained from the arrangement of the entire length of all the elements. The median can be obtained by taking the mean of the two observations. The median is obtained like this, that is 45 plus 46 by 2, and the solution or the answer that is obtained is 45.5. In order to calculate the median, one should know the position of the median, that is item or items at which the median lies. The position of the median can be calculated by the formula, that is position of the median is equal to n plus 1th item, n plus 1th by 2 item, where n is the number of items. One may note that the above formula gives the position of the median in the ordered array of data items and not the median itself. Median can be computed by the given formula. Median is equal to size of n plus 1th by 2 item of the entire items list. Now let's see how the median of the discrete series can be calculated. In case of discrete series, the position of the median, that is the n plus 1 by 2 item can be located through cumulative frequency. The corresponding value at this position is the value of the median. Now let's take an example to understand the method in which median of the discrete series can be calculated. So we take an example. The frequency distribution of the number of persons and their respective incomes in rupees are given below. So one needs to calculate the median income. So income in rupees is given 100, 200, 300 and 400. Then the number of persons are 2 for 100, then 4 for 200, 10 for 300, then 4 for 400. For obtaining the median income, one may prepare the frequency distribution as given below. Computation of median for discrete series. Then income is the first column, number of persons is in the second column, cumulative frequency is in the third column. So incomes go like this: 100, number of persons is 2, then cumulative frequency is 2. Income for 200, there are 4 persons, the frequency is 4. The cumulative frequency obtained is over here 2 plus 4, that is 6. For the income 300, there are 10 persons, frequency is 10, and the cumulative frequency is 6 plus 10, that is 16. For the income range, that is 400, there are 4 number of people, that is 4 persons is the frequency, and the cumulative frequency obtained is 16 plus 4, that is 20. The median is located in the n plus 1 by 2, that is 20 plus 1 by 2, that is 10.5 observation. The observation number 10.5. This can be easily located through cumulative frequency. The 10.5 observation lies in the cumulative frequency of 16. The income corresponding to this is rupees 300. So the median income is rupees 300. Now let's see how to find median of a list of items in a continuous series. In case of continuous series, one has to locate the median class where n by 2th item and not the n plus 1 by 2th item lies. The median can then be obtained as follows. Median is given by the formula, that is L plus over the bracket n by 2 minus CF, that is CF is the cumulative frequency, and whole divided by F, that is frequency of the median class, and the whole is multiplied by H, that is the magnitude of the median class interval. So here L is the lower limit of the median class, CF is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, F is the frequency of the median class, then H is the magnitude of the median class interval. No adjustment is required if the frequency is of unequal size or magnitude. No adjustment is required if the frequency is of unequal size or magnitude. So let's take an example to understand how this median for continuous series data is calculated. So following data relates to daily wage of several persons working in a factory. So the procedure to compute the median daily wage is, so the daily wages lie in the range 55 to 60, 50 to 55, and 45 to 50, 40 to 45, 35 to 40, 30 to 35, 25 to 30, then 20 to 25, and the number of respective workers for each of the brackets is 7, then 13, then 15, then 20, 30, 33, 28 and 14. From the above class intervals, median is the value of the n by 2th item, that is 160. by 2, that is 80th item of the series, which lies in the class interval, that is 35 to 40. So this can be computed, the computation of the median for the continuous series can be computed using this tabulation form. So the daily wages in rupees have been highlighted, the number of workers have been highlighted in the second column, and the cumulative frequency is highlighted in the third column. So the first entry is for the class interval of 20 to 25, the respective frequency is 14, the cumulative frequency is 14. For the daily wages, that is for the class interval of 25 to 30, the number of workers is 28. So the cumulative frequency here becomes 14 plus 28, that is 42. So for the daily wage range, that is 30 to 35, the number of workers is 33 as the frequency, and the cumulative frequency here becomes 42 plus 33, that is 75. The likely one would get till the last class interval, that is 55 to 60, and here also the number of workers is the frequency, that is 7, that is listed, and here one can get the added up all the cumulative frequencies which have been calculated for all the class intervals, and here one can get to see that the cumulative frequency is 160. So applying the formula of the median, we obtain the median is equal to L plus N by 2, that is N is the number of observations, and minus CF subtracted by CF, that is cumulative frequency, and the whole is multiplied by H. H is the magnitude of the median class interval, so here the interval is around 10, and then the whole is divided by F. So one can see that the lower interval is 35, and the n by 2, the total number of elements is 160, the n by 2 is 80, so the cumulative frequency is 75 minus 75, and the whole is multiplied by 5 and divided by 30, the frequency is 30. So the median obtained from this procedure is 35.83. Thus the median daily wage is rupees 35.83. So this actual data is from a very past data, around from 1990s or 1980s. So the rough figures do not, however, apply to the current current daily wages rates stipulated or that has been fixed by the government. So because of which the data that has been taken into this table is in the form of these small amount of numbers in the range of 20 to 60. So this is, however, long gone, and these days the current wage rates are very high. So this means that 50% of the workers are getting less than or equal to 35.83, and 50% of the workers are getting more than or equal to the given wage, that is 35.83. So after computing all these median values of discrete and continuous data, we get into the concept of quartiles. Quartiles. These are the measures which divide the data into 4 equal parts, with each portion containing equal number of observations. There are 3 quartiles. The first quartile denoted by the letter Q1, or the lowermost quartile, which has 25% of the items of the distribution below it, and 75% of the items are having value greater than it. So this is for Q1. The second quartile is denoted by Q2, or the median has 50% of the items below it and 50% of the observations above it. The third quartile denoted by Q3, or it is also known as the upper quartile. So Q1 is known as the lower quartile, the Q2 is known for the median, the Q3 is known for the upper quartile. So the upper quartile has 75% of the items of the distribution below it and only 25% of the items above it. Thus Q1 and Q3 denote the two limits within which central, that is 50% of the data lies. I repeat, Q1 and Q3 denote the two limits within which central data, that is 50% of the data lies. So we get into the method of calculation of this quartiles. The method for locating the quartile is same as that of the median in case of individual and discrete series. The value of Q1 and Q3 of an ordered series can be obtained by a formula where n, capital N, is the number of observations. So Q1 is given by the formula, that is size of n plus 1 whole by 4, number of item, 4th item. Then Q3 is given by size of 3 multiplied by n plus 1 over 4th item. So let's take an example to see how to calculate interquartile range from a given data. So the data is given like this: 22, 26, 14, 30, 18, 11, 35, 41, 12 and 32. So arranging the data in an ascending order, the first element is 11 and the last element over in this is 41. So the elements have been arranged in the ascending order as given. So if I want to find out the Q1, that is the interquartile range 1, then it is equal to the size of n plus 1 over 4th item. So over here we have 10 items, so the size of 10 plus 1, that is 11th by 4th item. Okay, as because we are finding the first interquartile range. So the size obtained is for 2.75 item, as because there is no absolute 2.75 number of items, as because we have discrete 10 items in this data set. So there is no 2.75 items. So how to calculate this 2.75th item? It is given. So this would be second item plus 0.75 multiplied by the third item minus the second item. So over here we get to see that the second item in the ascending order, the arranged ascending order set is 12, and we add it by 0.75 multiplied by the third item minus the second item, that is the third item is 14 and the second item is 12. So we get to see that the product obtained is 13.5. So the first interquartile range is specified as 13.5. The third interquartile range can be also found out by a similar formula, but this is having 3 multiplied into the variable. So Q3 is obtained by size of 3 multiplied by n plus 1 over 4th item. As we have total n, that is capital N is equal to 10. So here we get to see that the 3 multiplied by 11 over 4th item. So over here we get to see that the 33 by 4 value, 33 by 4, 33rd by 4th value is getting to be 8.25. So we need to find the 8.25th item. So how to calculate this? We will first get the 8th item plus 0.25 multiplied by the 9th minus the 8th item. So here the 8th item is 32, and then we add 0.5 and then subtract the 9th item and 8th item. The 9th item is 35 and the 8th item is 32. So the answer is 3. So we get to see that the value obtained is 32 plus 0.75. The overall answer is 32.75. Then the next discussion is about the section called percentiles. Percentiles divide the distribution into 100 equal parts so that one can get 99 dividing positions denoted by P1, P2, P3 up to P9, P99. So P50 is the median value among the listed items. If a person has scored for 85% in a management examination, for example, if a person has scored 85% in a management examination, it means that one's position is below, that person's position is below 15% of the total candidates who appeared the examination. So putting it into numbers, if the total number of candidates who have appeared the examination is around 1 lakh students, then the rank or the place or the position at which the person would fall or obtain will be at 15,000 rank. So summarizing the contents that we went through in this post once again, the topics that we had discussed in this topic are calculation of median of continuous and discrete values, then the calculation of quartiles and interquartile range of values, that is IQR1, IQR3, okay, and the median as well, and then lastly calculation of percentiles. So this will be all in this topic, that is the calculation of median and interquartile ranges over various forms of data of time data for data analytics. So if you like this post and found it informative, then please press the like button, share if possible, and subscribe for forthcoming topics over statistics, mathematics, data science and artificial intelligence. Hence, thanks again for watching Data Science and AI Quest. Thank you.